Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Tatia. You're watching the closing bell. Clearly, the first year for the month of October, we have witnessed a lot of weakness that has come in, and this is mainly cropping in from the weakness that we've seen in terms of where Asian markets are concerned as well. If you see in terms of the benchmark indices, we've clearly extended losses and traded near the day's lowest levels. Nifty ended below the 16,900 mark. We've easily given up the 7,000 levels. And Sensex saw a drop of almost around 640 points in trade today. In fact, if you see in terms of the sectoral performance as well, except pharma, all the other sectoral indices ended in the red, and it was auto as well as the power sector, which was the biggest drag on the markets. If you see in terms of Bank Nifty as well, over 400 points is the kind of drop that we've seen in terms of Bank Nifty. Clearly, in terms of broader markets, they mirrored what was happening to the larger peers as well, to the benchmark indices, but there was some bit of outperformance that did come in from the small cap index, where it ended lower with cuts of around 0.5%. Overall, the breadth as well, if you go to see, pretty much was in favor of the bears in today's session. So clearly, if you go to see, majority of the weakness that's coming in from the global markets is being reflected in terms of the domestic markets as well. And overall, if you see in terms of where the stocks, I mean, and there has been a lot of stock specific action also that we've been witnessing. But now whether this kind of weakness actually continues in the coming sessions for the week is something we need to wait and watch out for, because clearly it has been a rocky start with regards to Monday, and you have Sensex as well as Nifty that has started the month of October on the wrong footing. That's all that we have in terms of the opening bell. Let's move on to a lot of stock specific action that we saw, as we mentioned. Let's see which were the movers and shakers in trade today. If you see in terms of Nifty 50, you had stocks like ONGC, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, BPCL, as well as Coal India. These were the top movers in today's session. In fact, with regards to Coal India as well, you had the numbers in terms of the offtake that were released in today's session, and that's one of the reasons which gave some bit of strength to a Coal India. If you see in terms of losers, you had stocks like Adani Enterprises, which was down in trade. Aisha Motors and Maruti actually reacted to the September auto sales numbers that did come in. And you have Adani Ports and Tata Consumer also, which were few of the top losers in today's session. Moving on to from Nifty 50, if you see in terms of where broader markets were concerned, let's see which were the movers and shakers in terms of broader markets as well, because that is something which will be crucial as well. In terms of the movers and shakers from the broader markets as well, you had stocks like Triveni Turbine, Cochin Shipyard, VIP Industries, CSB Bank, Rail Vikas Nigam, which were the gainers, whereas two Adani stocks, Adani Power, Adani Wilmar, both down in trade. Indiabulls Real Estate saw some bit of pressure. Ambuja Cement as well as Lalpat Labs was another stock which was under pressure. So these were the stocks in today's session. Let's see how the US markets also pan out in evening session, and that's what will give us cues for our tomorrow morning session. That's all that we have on this show. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss